This is told from a completely point of view because there's one word, how you knew it was Greg, that I kept using when I was reading it. What was the word? What was that word? Addison?
I.
Okay. Now, Mr. Morrison, can you write something on the board for us?
Yep.
Will they be able to see it?
Sure.
Okay. If somebody is writing a book and they use I, put the big capital I there. Is that the best you can do?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
How big do you want it?
Now do a little hyphen after the I. Are you left-handed?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I hear really smart people are left-handed. I'm not left-handed.
You used to believe that until you found out I was left-handed.
Now, then write the word first. All right. Now, do you see where when somebody uses I in the book, it is written from a first person point of view. It's called first person. But look at that. I and the one look the same. That's how I remembered it. That's how I remembered it in college. Yeah, you're going to hear this in college too. Trust me. And you already know it because you were in fourth grade. All right. Then put under I, put other.
Other?
Yeah.
Like the word other?
Other. Okay. When you're reading fiction, made up stories, it's mainly called the third person point of view. So put hyphen third. Thank you, Vanna.
Sure thing, boss.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So first person point of view uses I. Third person point of view is other people telling the story. Okay? Now, I've got 2 new books to share with you today. One of them probably doesn't look too new. You see it? Did I see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cinderella. How many of you have either seen the movie or heard the story? Yeah. Okay. If you haven't, here's a quick synopsis. Cinderella's dad, something happened to the mom. Disney movies always have the mom gone.
Yep.
Anyway, something happened to the mom. The dad marries, has a wicked stepmother, and they make her and her 2 daughters make Cinderella do all of the household chores. And she doesn't get to go to the big ball where the prince is going to look for a new wife. And so the stepdaughters and the stepmother leave to the ball. They don't treat her very nice. And then she's crying and so upset she can't go to the ball. And then all of a sudden, a fairy godmother on the cover comes. She gets to go to the ball. Fairy godmother gives her a dress, horses, goes to the ball, marries the prince, live happily ever after.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. Now, when I start reading this book, someone's going to raise their hand and tell me if this is a first person or third person point of view. Are you ready? Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a widowed gentleman and his lovely daughter, Ella. Ella. Ella was a beautiful girl. She had golden hair. Raise your hand as soon as you know what person. She had golden hair and her eyes were as blue as forget-me-nots. The gentleman was a kind and devoted father. I need to see more hands. And he gave Ella everything her heart desired. But he felt she needed a mother, so he married again, choosing for his wife a woman who had 2 daughters. Their names were Anastasia and Drizella. Genevieve, can you tell me what point of view this is from? First or third?
Third person.
Third person. Perfect. You didn't hear me say the word I, did you?
No. Good job.
Now. Oh, that looks good, Aiden. Whatever you're eating. I'm hungry. Okay. I found this book at the library.
It's a little something, and it has chocolate with it.
That's so not fair. Okay. So I found this book at the library called that somebody wrote. So seriously, Cinderella is no wait. Seriously, Cinderella is so annoying. I'm like, this is the story of Cinderella as told by the wicked stepmother. So there's somebody else's point of view about Cinderella rather than this narrator? We're going to hear from the point of view. I know.
What?
I know. I can't believe it. So, Mr. Morrison,
Yeah.
I need the kids to see your face real quick.
Okay.
All right. Now, I always think, now you're going to have to take your mask down. I'll put mine up. Okay. I want you to kind of act this out as we go. All right?
Okay, you want me to act it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
He can handle this.
Okay.
All right. We haven't been.
No, I can't.
Yes, he can. All right. So
Yeah.
now I am going to read this to you, and you're going to have to figure out the point of view while you're watching Mr. Morrison's hand gestures and facial expression. All right? Yeah, this is going to be the highlight of your day. All right, here we go. You must have heard of me. The wicked. Okay. Apparently, I can't watch while I'm reading this. Here we go. You must have heard of me. The wicked stepmother? Not true. It's just another one of Cinderella's wild stories. Not as wild as the one about the pumpkin and the fairy godmother. This is the real story. The true story begins with some chatter and some dust. All I ever wanted was a husband and a mansion. Before I married Cindy's father, my two darlings and I had met Cindy only a few times. The girl seemed normal then. After I married Cindy's father, my darlings and I moved in. When I had just 1 foot on the front step, my dear husband kissed me goodbye and said, I'm off on business. He leaves often, Cindy said, but the animals stay put. They talk. They joke. They sing. They even help out, especially the bluebirds. Now, I don't mind a story, but I
Blue
like
monster.
not fiction. Soon, this girl, Ella, Cinderella, was talking all kinds of hokey pokey. Once upon a time, Cindy said, one of the bluebirds became blue. Not the color, the feeling.
Hmm?
His friends had flown south,
Yeah, now I actually get to see her.
My
Mrs.
darling.
Lotus.
and I were
Mhm.
stuck
She's-
near the front door. I just wanted to put away my bags, and that's when I saw it. Yeah. Dear, is this whole house this dusty? I asked. I don't know, Cindy said. I'll give you a tour. In the dining room, Cindy told more stories. In the study, Cindy told stories. Non-stop. Girls, I said, time to get to work. This place needs a good cleaning. Once upon a time when I was cleaning, Cindy said, oh boy, here she goes again. Cindy mopped the floor,
Mhm.
but she finished so fast. My darlings had barely started. Did you know robins and sparrows are my friends? She said. But the sparrows don't like the robins. Silly creatures. Once upon a time, one of the robins. Cindy, dear, I said, why don't you go and wash the clothes now? But Cindy washed them so fast. How on earth did she do it? I had to find another chore for her just to keep her busy. If there's one thing squirrels love, it's washing clothes, Cindy said. The rats, though, they would rather iron. You know, one day Squirrels and rats doing laundry? Quit telling such foolish stories, I said. Time passed, but nothing came. In the garden, Cindy told stories. In the kitchen, Cindy told stories. At dinner, I couldn't hear myself think. Dear, please, I said, stop talking. But Cindy didn't stop. One day, a letter arrived. It was an invitation to the king's ball. The prince would surely fall in love with one of my darlings. Then they would marry, live in a beautiful castle, and one day be king and queen of all the land. Oh, stepmother, I have to go too, said Cindy. Once upon a time, a girl and a prince. And then, just like that, Cindy lost her voice. Imagine, it had to be from all of that storytelling. Well, what could I do? Is that Cindy?
Sure.
I told Cindy she had to stay home for her health. She cried, of course, but a ball was no place for a sick girl. She needed rest. Sometimes she looks dead. Sometimes it's so hard being a stepmother. At the ball, my darlings twirled. They whirled. But then some strange girl waltzed in. Her gown was magnificent. I couldn't take my eyes off it. I wondered how much it cost and if my seamstress could copy it for me. The prince and the girl danced and pranced. My poor darlings were left princeless. A few days later, the prince made an announcement. A glass slipper had been left at the castle. Yeah, we can't see that very well. Can you take it off so we can see this glass slipper?
No, once it comes off, it's not coming back on.
Okay.
You don't want to.
I know I don't want to smell that. A glass slipper had been left at the castle. The prince would marry the girl whose foot it fit. Our big chance. After visiting every other mansion in the neighborhood, the prince's valet arrived at our door. Me, said one of the darlings. No, me, said the other. One at a time, said the valet. Each girl tried, but the shoe didn't fit. Then Cindy pushed out a whisper. Please, let me try. The shoe fit. And Cindy pulled the match out of her pocket. What? My darlings cried. Cindy pushed out another whisper. She said something about a pumpkin coach and mice that turned into horses. She even added a fairy godmother. Please, there's no such thing. But I still don't know where she got those shoes. A few days later, the prince married Cindy. Poor man, he had no idea what he was getting into. But we lived happily ever after. Now, I had never heard the wicked stepmother's point of view. And Mr. Morrison, that was spectacular.
Oh, thanks.
And you're exhausted.
I am. Sweat it out now.
So tell me, whose point of view was this one written from? Raise your hand. Remember, look at the board. First person or third person?
Press your raise hand button so we can see it. So on the Google Meet, that's how we're calling it.
No one decides the same. Mhm. Okay, Sophia, whose point of view? What point of view?
The narrators.
Who's the narrator? Who's the narrator? Who's telling the story? Any other ideas? We see those hands. Finley?
The stepmother.
What was a clue? What point of view is that? Is it first or third?
It's third.
Third. Third means that somebody else is telling the story, not any of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read the first page. All I ever wanted was a husband and a mansion. Before I married Cindy's father, Aiden, what do you think? What point of view? First or third?
First,
What tells you it's first person point of view?
the eye.
The I. Now, granted, someone was telling the story. It was a narrator, but it also happened to be the character, the stepmother. So you were right that it, for those of you who said it was a narrator, she is narrating the story. Okay?
Yep.
But
Yeah.
right, it is first person because
Yes, it is first
word
person.
I. Okay?
I, because it's I.
That's right. Now, any questions about the difference between first and third person? Or anything else you want to say about it? Grant?
I don't have a question, but they want Mr. Morrison at Broadway.
They want you on Broadway, Mr. Morrison.
Oh, okay. Because Broadway shut down right now. that's where I'd fit right in.
Yeah, Broadway has shut down right now during the
That's
virus.
why they want me. They want me to clean the floors.
Yeah. He could go mop the floors. He is kind of a good actor. He's not afraid of anything. I mean, take a look at the way he dressed on Halloween. You can't be afraid of anything and wear those shoes
Just heights.
and those pants.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Mr. Morrison, when you come back, we're going to do more tests to find out. We're going to do more around first person and third person and how quickly you can identify. Okay? You did a super good job. And I hope you enjoyed this story of Cinderella from somebody else's point of view. I really don't know if he's telling the actual truth. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think the stepmother's telling the truth?
Well, maybe from her perspective.
Yeah, she thought.
That's the thing, right? When it changes in a story, depending on who's telling the story, that's going to change the story and how it's told. And you have to ask, can I trust this narrator? Can I not? You know?
Well, in the Castle, as you said, William is the one telling the story. We would learn some different things if other characters besides William were telling the story. We would get their perspective.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yeah. All right. Thank you guys for listening so great. You have a wonderful class.
I know I do.
Yeah.
Even Finley.
Even Finley?
Uh-huh.
Did you hear him say that, Finley Gene? Oh my goodness. You're in trouble now, Mr. Morrison.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Rodas.
My pleasure.
Love having you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So, hey, let's just go ahead. A couple things.
I could take out my mic and it'll just turn my mic off.
Yeah, go ahead and mute your mic, please, if you would. Thank you. And yeah, let's just get in the habit of making sure to turn off our mics. Like right now, Aiden, can you turn off yours? It's on. And then Rowan.
Mine is off. I can just pull my mic.
And then Rowan, could you mute yours, please?
I can pull out my mic a bit and then it'll just turn it off.
Just make sure, because I can see who's on or not. And we just try to make it nice for everyone. And then if you, from now on, if you want to like raise your hand, you just press that raise hand button on the bottom right there. And that's how you will, if you choose to, raise your hand. All right. So, do we have any good things today? Does anyone want to share any good things? If you do, just raise your hand. I'll get to you. Raise it. When I say raise it, I mean like on the Google Meet. There you go. And then I'll just kind of go down the list of people whose hands are raised. We'll start with Genevieve. Hi, Genevieve.
Hi.
Hi. What good things do you have for us today?
Because, well, yesterday we got to stay up later because Melanie doesn't have to go to school anymore. And I get to cuddle with Zeus today and do my homework.
Oh, wow.
And Zeus does my homework now.
Oh,
He did
Zeus,
my homework already.
dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hey, also, when we're in a meet, let's not do the chat because that's rude. That'd be like talking to someone in class when we're having a group conversation. Avery Davis.
I found my glasses. And I got new lenses in them.
Yeah.
And I ran into the door because my glasses are super blurry since I got new lenses.
Uh-huh.
And they make me see like if I'm actually right. I feel like I'm right here, but I'm actually right here.
You actually feel a little off.
So it's weird.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully, though, you get adjusted to them, though. Where were your glasses at? Where'd you find them at?
School.
Mr. Morrison, you guys are all frozen.
Yep. And what helps lots of times, too, is, again, make sure you have all your tabs closed. And then also you might want to mute your picture or your camera.
Well,
'cause
Mr.
sometimes that
Morrison.
can help. Oh,
Mine was glitching. You guys were all frozen.
yeah, that
And
will happen
and then it
sometimes.
was loading bad internet connections.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oof.
All right. Thank you. Hey, something else that you can do as well, and this is for everyone,
Yeah.
if you find like yours is kind of
Yeah.
slow or laggy, if you click down at the bottom, the three buttons by present now, those three buttons, if you click it and then go to the settings icon, it'll pull up some settings. And if you go to video, you want to change, you can go to video and change it from high definition to standard definition, and that might help as well. So if you're ever having trouble, if you click those three buttons, you click settings, and make sure the videos, everything's set to standard definition instead of high definition, it'll take up less power and speed then. So then hopefully it works. All right, Addison Dunn.
That I made this bracelet
Beautiful.
and that my mom and dad might be going on a trip, so we might get to spend the night somewhere.
Oh, nice. Me? With me? Do I have to babysit?
No.
I have to babysit Addison.
And my brother and sister.
Oh, hey, Addison, do you have a basement at your house?
Yes. but
Okay.
it's super
I'll just lock
dirty
you in the
though.
basement. I'll just lock you in the basement.
Mr. Morrison.
No.
So I
Center of the year.
clicked settings and it shows it shows me still in the meeting. Now there's two of me.
I know. I see that you're in here twice.
I
I'll look at
don't
it.
know. I clicked settings and then it kicked me out of the meeting. I joined and then it put two of me.
Yep. Now it's just one of you though.
Okay,
You're back to
thank
good.
you. Thank you. It's not lagging no more.
Okay. Good. Sophia, what good thing do you have to share? I guess nothing. So we'll go to Finley. Finley, what good thing do you have to share? Finley break. Nope, I guess not. What about Naomi?
I have my red panda here with me, and I'm on my bed, nice and cozy.
Nice.
And I'm glad to see everybody.
Yep, I'm glad to see everyone as well. Finley, last chance. Did you have anything? I guess can't hear you, Finley. Aiden Wallace, did you have something?
I do have
I'm going to my grandma
something to
Sherry's
share.
this weekend.
Okay, Finley, just wait till after Aiden. Okay, go ahead, Aiden.
I'm going to my grandma Sherry's this weekend.
All right.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm going
awesome. Thank you. I
to
like your
my grandma's today. Grandma Penny's.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm with Grandma.
Yep.
All right, thank
Mr.
you, Aiden, for sharing.
Morrison.
And now, Finley, go ahead.
Yes. Um. Um.
Did you have something, Finley? You gonna talk?
Don't know.
Yeah, Finley, we just can't hear you. Let's go to Olivia.
I made this yesterday. I made it with my sister. It's like cloud dough.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Very cool.
Oh, that's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Cloud
Thank you for sharing. Thank you. All
And
right.
all you need to make it is flour.
All you need is
And all
flour?
you need to make it is flour, lotion, and food coloring.
Nice. Okay. Looks like no more hands right now. Finley, I'll talk to you afterwards. See if we can get you straightened out.
And
Okay.
food coloring and
Yeah.
lotion.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Now, for today, again, math, we're still just working on division. All right. It's still just those standard algorithm steps and just working on a 3-by-1 digit division. Okay, so it's nothing new. Make sure you watch my video though, where I go over everything and kind of go through that lesson. For reading today, you're going to be using the skills that Mrs. Rodas been going over with us, talking about first person and third person and the difference. And you're going to read chapter 7 today. Make sure, again, you watch my directions. But you're going to read chapter 7, and then you're going to be given different sections from chapter 7. And you have to retell those other sections from Mrs. Phillips' point of view. So you have to rewrite the story or that section of the story from Mrs. Phillips' point of view. So just like Mrs. Rodas had the Cinderella story that was told from the stepmom's point of view, you're going to be given sections of the story from this chapter, and you have to rewrite it from Mrs. Phillips' point of view. So make sure you're using words such as like I and me, and you're just going to have to pretend that you're Mrs. Phillips based on what you know about her and rewrite it from there. Now, there are not like necessarily right or wrong answers as long as you are using like I, me, and the information that you do know about Mrs. Phillips so far. Okay, but make sure you watch my direction video because I kind of go into that a little deeper. That's a little easier than doing this. And then for writing, again, I want to conference with some of you. So stay online, check the list for writing, see if you're on that first list, the list of people I wrote. And if you are, make sure you stay online because I'm going to be messaging you, and then we're going to get on a Google Meet together and we're going to read through your writing. Okay. The other half I'll have to get tomorrow because I just don't have time forever. Now, Grant, do you have a question? Because I see your hand is raised.
With my writing, what did you look at my draft?
I have not yet. That's why, since you're
Okay.
at the end, I'll get you tomorrow. So I'll do half today and half tomorrow. So if you're in that second half that's not on the list for today, just make sure your rough draft's done. Okay. And then if I have time, I can.
But like, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, 'cause I just don't have enough time to go through everyone today.
But with my draft, like, I don't know if it'd be enough for the story because I thought it looked like it would be a full story.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we conference, then we can look at it and we can decide on that. Okay. So that's what the conference. When we conference, what I'll do is I'll read it. I'm going to read over it with you, and I'm going to give you some suggestions and tips, and then you take those and improve upon it. Are there other questions? You just press your raise hand button. Are there any other questions? I miss you. I miss you guys. Hopefully I can see you in person soon. Hold on, before we go, real quick. Yeah, Grant has his hand raised again. What's up, Grant?
So since I don't have a conference today, I don't really need to work on my story.
Yeah, no, if you're done with your rough draft, if you think, hey, I'm ready to show it to me, then you don't have to. Feel like, I still need to work on a little bit, then that's fine. Because you just got to think, we're going to share them on Friday. So after I talk to you either today or tomorrow, it's going to be your job then to fix it, make it a little better, improve it before we share it on Friday. Okay? Okay. Any other questions? Zeppelin, yes.
If recording does it have the class that's not getting their check, their paragraph check today?
So Zeppelin asked if you are one of the half that's not getting it checked today, that's not on that list, that first half. I just took the first 11. I took like the first 11 of the class. Then make sure that your rough draft is ready so when I conference with you tomorrow that you're ready to go with it. Okay? And then it will be flipped. So after if I conference with you today, then it's your job to over today and tomorrow to fix it and improve it. Okay. So if I conference with you today, you have technically 2 days. If it's tomorrow, you have tomorrow. All right. Questions? I'm gonna stay on real quick. I just want to check something.
You guys have to mute yourself.
I'm drinking.
Alrighty. Anything else? Anything else today? I'll do read aloud at 10:50. There you go. It's doing it on 10:50. And otherwise, I'm just gonna start messaging people that are on that list, and I'll say, hey, you ready for me to check your rough draft? And then we'll go from there. Zep, do you have another question?
I'm on the festival and managed to see.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, now, yeah, that's cool. Okay. Otherwise, I will see. Oh, I recorded this meeting too, so I will post it. It'll probably be in around half an hour on the homepage if you need to go back and rewatch any part of it or anything like that. Yep. All right. Well, I will talk to you later, and if you need me, just message me and we can chat or whatever. Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Boy, boy.
Bye-bye.
Boy, boy.
Bye-bye.
Boy.
Bye.
Hi.
Baba
Get
boy.
on the meet.
Baba boy. Baba boy.
So we every morning we're 8:40.
Bye bye.
was on there, but then he got off, and I said, "Is the meeting over?" And he goes, "Yeah."
No.
All right. Well, what lessons are they supposed to be on?
Today we are on lesson 20.
Baba boy. Baba boy. Baba boy.
I told him I couldn't check, but
Mmm. Mmm.
Yeah.
So delicious.
okay.
And then we do read aloud at 10:50 if he's working.
10,
Or 11. 10:50. Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know what time his mom's coming to get him.
And if he's working, that's fine. Like that's
All right.
under that one.
He's been working since he's been here.
Okay. Thank you. Finley. Unmute yourself. Glad you're eating, Aiden. Finley, unmute yourself and talk to me.
I'm hungry.
Finley, why can't I hear you? I can see that you're
Hi.
unmuted, but I can't hear you. Look,
Hi.
wait, talk again.
You're talking.
I don't know, Finley. I don't know. But I'll talk with you here in a few minutes on a separate.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
Mr. Molson.
Say, bye, Aiden. How you doing, Aiden?
Bye.
Good? Everything okay?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm gonna stop this. Stop recording.
My hand hurt.